The very last, but definitely not the least of the delivery competencies relates to physical behaviors or nonverbal cues. That's all of the things that you do as you stand up to speak. Interestingly, nonverbal cues will cut two ways for you. They may significantly enhance your credibility as a speaker if you use them correctly. But unfortunately, they can detract from listeners' perceptions of you as a speaker if you use them incorrectly. So what we ought to talk about now is some do's for nonverbal cues and some don'ts.
So to begin, make sure that you are standing straight and tall and that your posture is and your shoulders are focused towards your audience, that you're looking at them.
What you don't want to do is like waltz around the floor, back and forth, back and forth. What you also don't want to do is rock like from one foot to the next, or put one leg behind the other, which tilts your body this way as you're speaking.
A second thing to be concerned about are your gestures. Are you gesturing naturally? Does it look conversational? Are you using them to enhance your message, maybe by indicating your first main point or your second main point? Gestures are important.
What you don't want to do is use what is referred to as a high immediacy gestures. If your gestures are way up here, that's going to detract the audience. They're going to be looking up at your hands. If they're way down here, they're not really going to be enhancing the verbal message. So of course you want them kind of right in the middle and do it naturally.
Your face is also important too, your facial expressions more specifically. Be sure that they match the emotion and the tone of the speech that you're giving.
Don't smile if what you're doing is talking about a great tragedy of some kind. Don't smile. Everything on your face, your entire facial expression should match what you're saying verbally.
Part of your facial expression would include your eye contact. It's really important that you are using your eye contact to engage with your listeners and your audience, and that you're focusing your eye contact on each person in the audience one at a time, so that they in fact are looking back at you and feel as if you are talking directly to them.
Therefore, don't look over their heads and look at the back of the room.
Your dress is also important. It's important that you are dressed appropriately for whatever occasion it is that you are speaking. If you are speaking to a professional group, you might err on the side of being more professional. If you're speaking to your class of students, you certainly want to look professionally and credible, but wear what is comfortable for you, but what makes you feel confident, because then you will exude that confidence in your delivery.
Don't wear clothing or any type of artifacts that will distract the listener's attention from what you're saying. Don't wear jewelry that bangles, don't wear bright and shiny, because then the listener's attention will be drawn to that particular nonverbal cue.
All of these are very important factors, nonverbal components that affect the delivery of your speech and how effective you are as a speaker. We've covered the 4 preparation and these 4 delivery ones, and when you put them all together, you will be a really effective speaker.
We have available a really good informative speech and a persuasive speech. You could apply these competencies to those speeches and see what you think of how well these speakers perform.